Welcome back, everybody, to the Oregon State Dynasty, and thank you so much for all the comments. We have made a decision on where we're going to be next year conference-wise, but that will be left for later because we got a bowl game to deal with. We actually have a bowl game this year. We're taking on Louisville in the Holiday Bowl, but before we get into that, we have obviously early National Signing Day, and due to the fact that we have limited points remaining because we're going to have to hire coordinators, I think one thing we're going to do is we still have Swope and Wilkins around. But Jamie Silva with the deal breakers, I think he's going to Baylor. I think Baylor's, they have the offer there. To me, it's going to go over. I'm just going to take them off the board. And that'll just free up a little bit more of NIL money in the sense because we have to hire staff. So we have an opening offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, both open the same year. And taking a look at the coaches, we can't even afford anybody right now. Like, barely can afford anybody at all. Now, luckily, we're going to have to go down below to offer up some guys that are expecting zero value. But look at this. I mean, Simmons, he's an F prestige. A lot of these guys are like D+, D-. So even the guys you're paying for, the prestige is just not there. So we're just going to go down here to guys that are expected zero value. We're going to offer Jose Irvin the offensive coordinator position, Terrence Bobo the defensive coordinator position, and we'll see if they accept. Hopefully they do, but that's going to bring us to the bowl game, the Holiday Bowl against Louisville. Hey, they're ranked 16th, so if we can get a bowl win, first of all, that'll hit an expectation, a bowl game in the next 3 years, and we beat a ranked team, so it would be double duty there. Man, are the lights on in this place? What is happening? It is completely blacked out. I hope they turn the lights on here for our game. Okay, all right. The lights are on. We don't have to worry about that. As here we go. Honestly, I don't know the expectations coming into this season if we were going to reach a bowl game or not. I had a feeling we might because the Pac-12 is not the greatest. It's still obviously being rebuilt, and we'll see here later what we're going to do. But let's get into this bowl game. Let's concentrate first, try to get a bowl win. I think it'll be the first time in about 3 years that Oregon State has a bowl win. So Louisville to start off with the ball, looking in the pocket, firing, and oh man, that was an absolute dot. Keekholtz underneath. That's going to be another first down. Our defense did not have a great game against Boise State in the Pac-12 championship. And right now, it's not looking any better as this Louisville offense is going right down the field. 2nd and 6 will hand the ball off, and a nice tackle there from Aiden Sullivan. So one of the seniors that will be gone after this year that has played pretty well for us this season, but will be gone. But look at that, not even close, just terrible coverage. Leave it in the inside, just absolutely wide open. And Louisville goes right down the field. Richardson in for the touchdown, and it's a 7-0 Louisville lead. As we still have guys that, nobody's backing out right now this bowl game. As A.J. Newberry, here he is. He will be gone after this season. Malik Murphy, the quarterback, gone after this season. I mean, the offense is going to look completely different next year. There's no doubt about that. As a nice run there from Cornell Hatcher Jr., who did reach over 1,000 yards this year. You can see close to 20 touchdowns as well. It's really been the offense the entire season. But even our receivers, Eddie Freehoff with the grab there, Arian Hampton. I don't know if these guys are going to stay. I believe the deal breakers aren't there. So I think this offense is going to be pretty much brand new going into next season. Now, the only guy that could stay is backup quarterback David Avalava. I think he has a chance to be the starter next year, depending what happens in the portal. I don't think the 3-star quarterback's going to be good enough to start next year coming out of high school. But 3rd and 10, Murphy, look out, pressure there, just getting rid of it in time. Yeah, Lubon was right there. I mean, 98 finesse moves. We don't have anybody that can deal with that. So we're going to settle for a field goal attempt here for about 30 yards from the left hash. And the kick is up, and it's good. So, all right, 7-3 ball game here. Nice drive by the offense. It does stall, but still picking up points. question is, can we stop this Louisville offense? I mean, that's an absolute dot on the money, timing perfectly, and a first down. Now they hand the ball off. Plenty of running room up the middle, up the gap there. No integrity. Linebackers nowhere to be seen. Easy yardage there. But a chance to get him off the field here on 3rd and 3. We bring the heat. Looking, fires somehow. He got rid of that ball. We could have picked it off. And now they're going to go for it. Yeah, kind of no man's land here. So 4th down and 3. And this is just a regular I form. And they're going to pitch it out to the back. And we're all over it. I don't know what they were thinking with the play call there, but we'll take it. Murphy back to throw. And there's Eric Olson, another guy that will be gone after this season. Another senior. 3rd down and 1. We'll hand this off to Hatcher, and he is just short. As we will keep the offense on the field here for 4th and inches. Hand the ball off again, just enough to pick up the first down. Just enough. Motion is Hatcher. We're going to swing it out to him quickly. Has some room. That's a first down up to the 25-yard line. We complete this 3rd down to 4-man rush, but the guy gets right through. I mean, did our guard even try to block him? Didn't look like it, but this is going to set up another field goal attempt, this time from 42 yards, now from the right hash. I would say with our kicker, the limit, as you can see, this is a 42-yarder, which just about gets there. I think anything, probably like 48 yards or under. Anything over 50, just forget about it. We're either going for it or punting the ball. It's a nice tackle there from Aiden Sullivan. Brings up a 3rd and 6 with 2 minutes left here in this first half. They set up a screen. Oh, our guys fall up, but it kind of works out perfectly. The back gets held up, allowing our other defender to get over there. What a play. Okay, that works. So we have a chance here before halftime. Going underneath, there's Arian Hampton with the grab and a first down. And that's another thing, too. Going into next season, we're going to have a brand new offense. Oh, man, he drops it. Not only, pretty much brand new players except for a few. But also, we'll redo the playbook. I've been rolling with just Oregon State's basic playbook this season. I always like season 1s to be basic. And I think next year, we're going to definitely do a custom playbook. Because this offense needs to be better. Now, it's tough to open up the pass game when your offensive line doesn't give you any time to block. That always is going to hurt. But we need to have some more of a dynamic pass game. And going up trying to get it free off cannot. Safety comes over, makes a nice play to break it up. We got 12 seconds left. Oh, we have an open man. Hatcher on the wheel, and he's down to the 2-yard line. Does get out of bounds. We do have 1 timeout left. So we got 7 seconds here. We just got to be careful with time. Fires trying to find Olsen, incomplete. You know what? Let's just settle for 3. And the kick is up, and it's good. So 3 field goals here for us in the first half is going to give us the first half lead here in the Holiday Bowl, 9-7. Once again, limiting possessions. That's really the key to our team. Limiting possessions. Just trying to get points out of every possession because our defense, when you give the other team multiple possessions, our defense just can't hold up. And that's the other thing going to the offseason too, man. We have to bring in pass rushers. We got to try something. So we start this second half as David Avalava is in the ball game. Yeah, I think Malik Murphy with the wear and tear, he is just gone. He's done. So that will be the last time you see Malik Murphy as an Oregon State Beaver. That is it. This guy right here as the quarterback, he's probably going to be the starter next year, like I said earlier. So he's going to be your guy unless there's somebody in the portal that really is worth it. But here is your more than likely starting quarterback next season. And I like him. I mean, the time we have played with him, the throwing ability not always there as Arian Hampton is shaken up. But that's one thing as we just saw. He can take off. He's got the legs. Stepping up. Yeah, there's nobody there. Just take off. Slide down. So that's a dynamic thing that's going to be definitely brought into the offense next season, is we got to utilize those legs for sure to try to move the ball down the field. But I would love to have more of a passing, open passing game, something. So we hand the ball off, and Jamar McMillan in for the touchdown. The freshman hasn't gotten a lot of carries this season, but he makes effort of this one. Puts it in for the score, our first touchdown scored of the ball game, and we build this lead up to 9. And honestly, I think Jamar McMillan is another guy that could be gone. There's deal breakers, man. I feel like half the team is gone. It's just insane year to year in college football. You don't know who's even going to be on the team. RPO out there. Oh, missed the tackle, but we'll finally bring him down, but just short of the first down. But Clark could have had him there, maybe for a gain of like 1. Second and inches, quick throw. That is a nice catch. That's solid coverage there. There's just not much you can really do about it. That's a really great catch. Louisville looking to, wide open. Gets the block. That's going to be a touchdown for Louisville. Completely just bit on the RPO. Thought it was going to the back. Nope. Tight end wide open touchdown, and we're back to a 1-score ball game, 16-14. 30 seconds left here in this third quarter. 3rd down and 9. Underneath Eric Olsen, just enough to pick up the first down. Reach the 4th quarter here, trying to get this bowl victory. Over the middle, another 3rd and 9. This time catching a first down. Yeah, Afalava looking pretty good. He is looking very solid here. Look out. Fires this time. There's the bad throw. Had an open receiver and misses him. Pressure in his face, just couldn't put the throw on the money. 2nd and 10. Underneath. There you go to the backup tight end, and that's another first down. Let's go to it. If we get down the field here, get that touchdown back, it's going to put us in great position as we got some running room here. Hatcher with a first down run up to the 26-yard line. Yeah, really good season for Cornell Hatcher Jr. Really good season. Over 1,000 yards. Like I said, you saw the 17 touchdowns. I mean, really close to 20, which is a really, really great season. If there's one thing we can do, it's definitely have really good running backs. But we're short on that one, so 3rd down and inches here. Hatcher back in the backfield. Run the ball, but we are stuffed. So 4th down and inches. We're going to keep the offense on the field. We're going to run a speed option. Hatcher pitch. He is going to be short. They're going to say no. You know what? Let's challenge this. I think we got that. I thought we were at the line. I don't know. This is going to be tough to overturn. And we lose the challenge. So that's a timeout gone. So now Louisville a chance to take the lead, but just like that, Trey Glasper with the pick 6 from the 2-yard line. We had one of those earlier in the season on the RPO. We read it perfectly. What a play from Trey Glasper. And we're going to take the lead back up to 9 points. Back up to a 9-point. I was thinking about going for 2, but then I was like, nah, there's just no reason to, because the extra point makes it a 2-possession game at 9. But wow, unbelievable. Breaking tackles left and right, but this game obviously still not over. The way Louisville offense has been moving the ball here. Play action. I mean, he gets hit, but just on the money throw. I mean, it is kind of fluttering out there, but it's still on the money. Underneath, man, we don't even have the speed to catch up with the tight end. I mean, Sullivan is just not even close. Foley's got 7 for 105 in the touchdown. And that's going to be another Louisville touchdown. They just went straight down the field. Oh, okay, Richardson's going to act like Bo Jackson here and just go into the tunnel. But Louisville moves the ball quickly. There's still 2:40 left in this game. 23-21 ball game here. So now that puts the pressure on our offense to pick up a couple first downs and seal this one away. As Hatcher's going nowhere there, and then Louisville's going to use their second timeout. Big third down here. Because if we can utilize their last timeout, that'd be great. But here comes the blitz. Afalava gets rid of it. It is a one-handed grab from Eddie Freehoff, but it doesn't matter. He's well short. And they're going to let it run down. They're going to keep that timeout, and we have to punt the ball. Going up top, and that's going to be caught. And just like that, Louisville is just about in field goal range. That's no good. Plenty of time to throw inside, and you know what? Just let them score. Touchdown, Louisville. There's no reason to let them just sit there, and then they can run the clock and kick the field goal to win. That's going to at least give us a shot, but I cannot believe what has just happened in this game. So we have 1:13 left, 2 timeouts. We need a touchdown to take the lead, and look out. Lubin off the edge. The pass rush has just been tough to deal with. And it's with a 3-man rush, too. We're just going to dump this down, make this 4th down as short as possible. So 4th down and 8. This is pretty much your ball game here if we can't convert. Looking over the middle. Freehoff can't hang on to it. Knocked out of his hands. Incomplete. And that will be your ball game. Yep, we just lost that ball game. We blew the lead here in the 4th quarter. Our defense could not hang on. And we will not get a bowl win this season. 28-23 is going to be your final. Very disappointing. Man, we ended the season, on a 3-game losing streak. Losing to Washington State, losing to Boise State in the Pac-12 championship, and now losing the Holiday Bowl here to Louisville. Not a really great way to end the season. Malik Murphy, his final game here, 12 of 22, 130. Couldn't play the second half. Hatcher with a disappointing game as well. I mean, Olsen only had 5 for 39. Yeah, I don't expect any of these receivers to be back next year. I don't think so. Based off deal breakers, I think we're pretty much screwed on that one. And obviously, we only had a pick 6. That was one of our touchdowns from Trey Glasper. So it's not like our offense did anything this game. And that has to change going into next season. We have to get the offense rolling. But Terrence Bobo has accepted our defensive coordinator position, so he accepts that contract. And Jose Irvin has accepted the offensive coordinator position. All right, well, that's going to bring us to not quite yet the offseason. Let's take a look at the CFP bracket here. So Oregon beat UAB. You have Indiana trying to defend. They beat Texas Tech. Miami beats USC. Georgia beats LSU. So you got Notre Dame, Georgia, Ohio State, Miami, Oklahoma, Indiana, and SMU and Oregon in the quarterfinals. Let's just sim through here and get to the national championship and see how it looks. But before that, let's take a look at some end of season stats. I mean, not good. Malik Murphy, 10 touchdowns, 14 picks. David Afalava, 6-2, a lot better. The running game, good. Hatcher, nearly 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. Rushing, he had 2 receiving. Yeah, Newberry wasn't that bad. It's just, when you limit possessions and you're not going to get as many carries as you possibly want. Freehoff led us in yards, but Hampton leading us in catches with 56. Eric Olson leading us in touchdowns with 5 touchdowns. Just not very dynamic much at all. Defensively, Aiden Sullivan, 95 total tackles, led us with tackles for loss for 16. And then sacks is going to be Jacob Schuster with 5. Yeah, those sack numbers are not very good. Even worse is going to be the interceptions. We only had 4 the entire season. Defensively, we just don't create turnovers. Nothing. We need to create turnovers for sure to be more of an effective defense. Let's look around the country. Mayava is going to lead in yardage with Will Hammond right there. Like, how did we shut down Texas Tech? That's like, he leads the country with 42 touchdowns, and we shut down that offense. That game makes no sense to me. I don't know how we shut them down. Ahmed Hardy's going to lead the country in rushing, over 1,900 yards. I mean, he's well above K'Wan Lacey there. See, touchdowns. Yeah, look at John Mateer. That's why he won the Heisman. He had 23 rush touchdowns to go with his passing stats. Absolutely insane. Peyton Lewis with 20 touchdowns. Yeah, that'll be why you win the Heisman. Also had 1,000 yards rushing. Anthony Evans leads in yards. Looks like catches as well with 111. How about touchdowns? It's going to be Baron Tipton with 14. Simmons is right there. Malcolm Simmons with 14 touchdowns from Texas Tech. Let's look at some defensive numbers. Melendez is going to lead in tackles, 120 total tackles. Sack-wise, that doesn't seem right. 7 is the leader? No, that cannot be right. Something's off there. As for picks, Elijah Green with 8 picks this season for Tulsa leads the country, and Denver Harris from UNLV with 6. And as you can see, Ohio State ended up beating Oregon and winning the national championship. So Ohio State, once again, national champions. With that, we are at the end of the season. So we can set up, obviously, next year's NIL. We'll do all that stuff. But let's take a look at these high-risk players. So as you can see, the risk of leaving, Freehoff, Hampton, Hatcher, Noland. I mean, they're pretty much gone. And based off what we have now, I don't want to overpay these guys. To me, I just don't see the worth of like overpaying, because he once expected 200 NIL. And honestly, I don't want to give them 200. Like, I just don't think Hatcher might be worth it. But as you can see, look how much we have to overpay. It's not even close. We have to keep going. That risk of leaving bar, you can see, will go down. But am I paying Cornell Hatcher Jr. 300 NIL? No. I'm just not. And obviously, it's going to be easier if your deal breaker's very close, because we'll get down to like Trey Glasper and a couple of these guys that we have a chance to bring back. But yeah, like Xavier Noland, I'm not paying you 100 NIL. I'm just not right now. If it's a worthy player, it's definitely a chance that I want to bring you back. Yeah, like McMillan. It's not as much as the others, but I'm not seeing it right now. So honestly, like Glasper, we already have the deal breaker, which doesn't make sense. We have B plus B, but 30 NIL, it's definitely okay. I'm fine with that. Let's bring back Trey Glasper, who made the nice pick 6 right there in that ball game. I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's only going to cost 15. Fajrawale, that's fine. Let's try to bring him back. I think Harlem Howard's another one. I mean, he's going to play. He's going to be one of the best back-end players we have. So all he wants is 15 NIL. Let's offer 15. That works. Aaron Butler, I do like his speed. And yeah, 93 speed. We're right there with the deal breaker. He wants 35. Let's see does he want us to overspend? No. We can do right at 35 because he's probably going to be a starting receiver. Timoteo, we need as many linemen as we possibly can get. It's only 15 NIL. I would like to bring back Noble Thomas Jr. It's only 10, so to me that is worth it. Like 10, you know what? Let's keep it at 10. Let's see if that. Well, let's go to 15. Let's keep it in the yellow. I just want to see if that works. Sinai Thomas, man, he just came in here this year. Did not play. He was a 3-star recruit out of high school. He wants 35 NIL. Malachi Durant, man, these receivers, we're going to have to really hit the receiver position hard in the portal. That's crazy. Kai Wheaton, the freshman cornerback, let's try 10. Let's do what he wants, 10 INL, see if we can bring him back. This is crazy, man. But I like it. I like this. I like the demands. It's just what it is in college football nowadays. It's how it is. I feel like I said year to year, It used to be you build up players. That's why the deal breaker to me, when it comes to recruiting, the deal breaker is the most important thing. Yeah, I might have a player that's not as good as somebody else I'm recruiting, but that deal breaker works in my favor, and I know they're more than likely going to stay. They just are. To me, like a pro potential deal breaker or some of these playing style deal breakers, I'm not even trying to sign guys with that. To me, if I see that deal breaker, unless you're like a 1 in a million type player, then maybe it's worthy, but I just don't do it. It's just not worth it at all. You know, I want to recruit guys that are going to stay for at least 3 to 4 years. I don't want to recruit guys that are going to leave the next season. That's just what I'm trying not to do. Some guys you can't, you know, it's going to happen no matter what, but still I just can't do that. So now we can go to players leaving. We can see who is actually going to leave this team. Yeah, Freehoff, Hampton, Hatcher, Nolan, they're all gone. McMillan gone. Noble Thomas Jr. is still there, but we have 2 persuasions, and we have a high chance of persuading them. So let's see. Yeah, Comer is gone, a pass rushing guy, man. So he decided to stay, so that's fantastic. And then, yeah, we need offensive linemen. Let's see, and he will stay. So both guys we try to persuade, they do stay, but everybody else gone, and obviously Jacob Schuster, Aiden Sullivan, Takari Hickel, all of our top guys, seniors, they're obviously gone as well. Man, we lost a lot of players here. We're going to have to rebuild this team for sure. Did we get anybody drafted? That's a question. Jacob Schuster got drafted in the 7th round. So at least we get one guy drafted. But we'll have to make that better for sure. I got to get that pro potential, right? All right, transfer portal is open. And we've added some players. So we have a bunch of players. We have added all 3-star guys. So let's go through it. We still are waiting for Ed Swope. All right, Sky Priestley we have added to the board to try to bring him in. We're 5th on his board at the moment. Now, honestly, there's one funny thing about this player, Sky Priestley. I didn't realize he was kind of a creative guy that a lot of people do see in the transfer portal. I had no clue. I had no clue until we got through the process. So it's pretty funny that he popped up on our board, but we're going to try to bring him in. We got David Wells Jr. We're right now 6th on his board. So what I'm going to do is just offer scholarships to everybody. We got plenty of NIL to spend. And then I'm just going to right now do contact friends and family pretty much for everybody. That's what we're going to go through here and see where we sit. Dylan Wester, gadget receiver, doesn't need much. And also what I did is some guys with NIL, we're going to spend obviously a bunch, like Wells Jr., 150. But there was a bunch of other guys that I looked at as well. That's, to me, I'm looking at deal breakers, but I'm also looking at NIL. I don't want to overspend. If I can find guys like Charlie Crowell, who is expecting nothing, that is perfectly fine. I think that's the other thing too right now. You know, still solid points to spend on NIL, but when you have multiple guys, like 4-star guys that are going to all demand like 200 NIL, that thing is going to go absolutely quick. So you still need plenty of players on your board. The majority of your players on the board have got to be low NIL for sure. So Needles we offered. We got Daryl Milner. Offer that up. We need offensive linemen big time. So if we can bring in at least maybe 2 of these guys, that would absolutely be huge. And that's what I'm seeing too. Like you get to see what the portal is. And I'm thinking right now, there is a lot of offensive linemen in the portal. So is it one thing maybe when it comes to scouting next season? You know, recruiting, scouting high school guys and recruiting them in. Do we just kind of lay off the offensive linemen a little bit? That's a big thing as well. Because if we can just come into the portal and pick up offensive linemen, that might be completely worth it. And then you look at everybody else. That's an interesting thing to do. I don't know. We're still waiting on Bob Wilkins as well. Getting close, obviously, top 3. So I think because he's so close, let's do a visit for week 2. And then we'll do the conference prestige. which is his top deal breaker. Yeah, just do contact friends and family. I think we'll have enough hours to do all of that. Center, we already got Cardoza and Square. They're only 2-star guys. As for edge, Mason Weaver, Bruno Dahl, and then Ramondo Johnson. We're going to try to bring in those 3. We need pass rush big time. Weaver, we are second on his board. We're going to offer 40 NIL to him, and then obviously same thing, contact friends and family. Bruno Dahl, pure power. He is from Hamburg, Germany. I like the international. That's awesome. Let's do 170. It's a lot, but man, we need it. We need it badly. We're right now 5th on the board. And Ramondo Johnson, we're 2nd behind Baylor. He doesn't want anything, so that's perfect. All right, let's go over to D-tackle here. We got Slocum, Manuel, 2 3-star guys. So yeah, everybody I added was a 3-star. No 2-stars here. I was looking for 4 stars. Just to see, yeah, pretty much locked out of every 4-star there. So I could not bring in a 4-star at all. But I'm fine. I mean, if our class is filled with mainly 3-star guys, that makes perfect sense. We're not quite at that stage where, you know, yeah, we got a couple 4-star guys in Tresmont Calumet, and we have a few, but we're not going to be filled with 4 stars at all. So it makes total sense. You know what? With Calumet and Ezekiel, I don't think we need 2. And with Joe expecting NIL, I'm fine trying to get Reynolds, actually. I think let's just take Joe off the board and then go for Karsten Reynolds. I think, yeah, I'd rather have a guy that's expecting anything, because Calumet is going to start. He's going to be our starting linebacker. We're going to have 2 true freshman linebackers starting, because Colt Perkins is going to start as well. I'd like to get Mekhi Jones here at corner. Expecting really nothing there. That is perfectly fine. I mean, we still have plenty of NIL right now to spend at 6'10". But right now our board is completely full. And then Jarin Kalama, the free safety, 6'3", 210. Yeah, that back end definitely needs some work. But Harlem Howard will be back there, so if we can pair him with Harlem Howard, that would work. You know what? Let's add some more hours here to Jones. Let's do, here we go. We still have 20 left, but I think I'm fine with that. All right, let's see what happens. Let's sim through the week. And we get a verbal commit from Ed Swope. So the 3-star quarterback, a verbal commit. Everybody else, nothing yet. Bob Wilkins is going to be visiting this week. But Weaver were 1, Wells were 1, Bruno Dahl were 1, Manuel were 1, Reynolds right now 2nd, and Jones we are 2nd. Trying to fill that quarterback position because we'll see who it's going to be. Bruno Dahl, let's take their friends and family off. Let's just do a soft sell. We probably could do a hard sell with those rankings, but we don't have the hours. Probably could find some hours, but let's just do a soft sell at the moment. We sim week 2. JoJo Waddy has verbally committed the 3-star quarterback, and that's it. Everybody else still making the decision. Trammell Jones Jr., we got visiting this week. Mason Weaver visiting this week. You can see, though, bunch of guys still have us first on the board. So everything's still looking good right now here in week 2. Sky Priestley. Let's schedule a visit for this. Let's do it this week. We're going to do the playing time. Obviously, if he transfers over, he's our starting running back going into next season. And that's the one thing, too. I wish they would look at playing time. I wish you could still do that. Guarantee them, you are going to play. Like, just guarantees, like, you are going to play. I know playing time based off guys on the roster, but you could just straight up tell the guy, like, you're going to be the starter. And I wish they still had something like that and put that in the game. Mekhi Jones, we are definitely going to sell there as well. Trammell Jones visiting. Here we go. Week 3. Mason Weaver hard commits. That's big. Hard commit from David Wells Jr., the wide receiver. More than likely going to be our number 1. Bruno Dahl, that is a big one. 3-star. another edge, another pass rusher, he hard commits. Dylan Manuel, the 3-star defense tackle, he hard commits. Ed Swope, there you go, the hard commit from the 3-star quarterback out of Louisiana. So those right now, the only hard commits, and it's going to come down to the last week. We have a bunch of guys first. Priestley, Reynolds, Skarosh, Milner. Right now looking at 1, Thomas, and Magali. We're going to have to wait because they're second. Same thing with Jones Jr. We're in the recruiting battle with Memphis, so he didn't commit after the visit. So that's not giving me any hope at the moment. But we're maxing him out with 50. We're going to just do all in. Thomas, let's take that off. Probably can just straight go. Let's do a visit here in the last week. Do playing time, obviously, which is his deal breaker. And then let's just send the house. Those ratings, I mean, even hard commit, hard sell is not going to really do too much there. Yeah, we have pretty much a lot of hours where we can put the house on, like Tobias Needles, Iowa. I just wouldn't be surprised. We got to be really careful. Daryl Milner. What is that? Florida Atlantic. They're close. Let's take that off. Yeah, let's send the house on Milner. Some of the guys, we got decent leads here. Magali, however you want to pronounce that. I don't know. That's not looking good because he's visiting this week to, yeah, I think we're going to be screwed with him. We can send the house in maybe, but I think he's going to North Dakota. That's just not happening, yeah. Slocum, we've got a really good lead. Karsten Reynolds, UNLV is right there. Washington State's right there. Mekhi Jones, Temple, we're right below Temple. We might have to max out Mekhi Jones. Wilkins still hasn't fully committed yet. It's crazy. Ramondo Johnson, we got a lead. Okay, here we go. Sky Priestley, hard commit. New starting running back. Charlie Crowell, the tight end, 3-star. He hard commits. Tobias Needles, the 3-star right tackle, will commit. Karsten Reynolds, the 3-star will linebacker, he commits as well. Kalama, he the 3-star free safety commits. Let's see. Ramondo Johnson, the 3-star edge, will commit. JoJo Waddy, hard commit, 3-star quarterback. Bob Wilkins finally hard commits, the 3-star right guard. Jacob Skarosh, their 3-star right guard, commits. Dylan Wester, the 3-star receiver. He might be in starting position as well. Ari Slocum, 3-star defensive tackle. And that will do it. Mekhi Jones ends up going to Temple. Who else we like? Yeah, Trammell Jones Jr. going to Memphis. Tyler Thomas ended up signing with Rice. And yeah, McGalley ended up signing with North Dakota State. So we lost on those 4, but all in all, with this class, looks pretty good. Let's take a look at it really quickly. I want to see the developmental traits. So Swope with a normal, Waddy with an impact. Okay, we'll have to look at JoJo Waddy. So Priestley has the impact, but looking at the guys coming in, Swain with impact, Costello normal. There's Wester and Wells. They both have normal development. Crowell actually has impact. Tobias Needles with the impact, but he's a transfer. I'm trying to look just for maybe the freshman. Like Bob Wilkins is an impact development trait. Raheem Haywood just normal, but he's a transfer. Zach Square normal. Cardoza normal. Yeah, some of these 2-star guys I don't think we're going to really hit on. Hey, John Hasty has an impact dev. So there's one we hit with the incoming freshman. Let's see anybody else? Frederick Bostic. I was hoping he had impact, but he just has normal. So that's a little bit disappointing. Calamay, only impact. Man, I was hoping a little bit more than that. Only impact, but still, it's better than normal, I guess. Aldrich, actually, Neil Aldrich, the 2-star guy, impact. Bruce Dykes has impact. And Colt Perkins, the 4-star, has normal dev trait. Man, you got to be kidding me. That's a very big disappointment to me. I was hoping he would at least have impact. So we ended up having a 38th ranked recruiting class in the country. That is a big improvement for sure. So we're in the top 40. And right now, Pac-12, that would be number 1 recruiting class. We beat out Boise State. We're actually spending more NIL. 2 4-stars, 21 3-stars, and 7 2-stars. Hey, and Bruno Dahl, he upgraded his dev trait to impact after coming over now from the portal. So that's cool. Let's look at the training results. I'm hoping for some big improvements here. So let's take a look. David Afalava is now a 76 overall. Speed goes up as well. And yeah, more than likely will be the starting quarterback. I wouldn't say more than likely. He is going to be the starting quarterback. Sky Priestley up +3. He will be your starter. Cordy Glass will be the backup. David Wells Jr. ends up now being our best player on the team at 84 overall. Butler at an 82. Look at Sinai Thomas. He stayed. I thought he was gone, but he stays. He's up to an 82 overall. Malachi Durant stayed as well, 73 overall. Jackson Bowers will be our starting tight end. He's up to a 78. Yeah, brand new offense. The real key is going to be this offensive line. I mean, do we have anybody that's worthy of anything? I mean, all in the 70s. Skarosh is a 74. All right. Timo Teo, who we brought back, is an 80. So that's at least we got. I might move him to the left side just to watch our blind side. But Bruno Dahl's an 83. I mean, he is 6 foot. I mean, that guy's huge. 6'7". Weaver 6'6". We got some big ends out there. That's for sure. No pun intended. Yeah, Manuel's an 82. I think our defense could still be solid this year. This isn't half looking bad. It's just going to be really come down to, can we generate a pass rush? And how do our 2 freshman linebackers really step up to the table? I mean, the secondary, I think, let's take a look at what we got corner-wise. It's not bad. Noble Thomas Jr. up to an 81. Vajrawale's up to an 80. Trey Glasper didn't go up at all. That hurts a little bit. Exodus Ayers up to a 77. Free safety, Harlem Howard's an 82. So that helps out a lot. And Kalama is up to a 74. So secondary not too strong. Look at Baker. I didn't notice. He got one up +8. Shelvin Baker up to a 71. So that's big improvement. So all in all, not too bad. But we still only have like 480 overalls in this team. As for conference, here you go. Here is the decision everybody's been waiting for. I appreciate all the comments because I used one of the comments to change it up. This is your new Pac-12. And thank you so much to the man out there, Blue Monday 4369. Your comment was perfect. That's what we're using. Here you go. You got the North, Boise, Oregon State, San Jose State, Washington State. And the South, you got Cal, Fresno State, San Diego State, Stanford, UCLA, and USC. Kind of old Pac-12, but a lot of, obviously, California teams, West Coast teams. And I know San Jose State is more south than Cal and Stanford, but I just didn't want to put San Jose State, San Diego State, and Fresno State all in one with USC and UCLA there. So that's why they're over here. I understand the dynamic. They're still just underneath San Francisco, so it's not that far away. But this is the new Pac-12, and man, we are in for it. We're going to take on Oregon. Boise State still getting there. We got Washington State, but then obviously, USC, seeing better teams. This is going to be a revamped Pac-12. It's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. But we're staying in the Pac-12. Texas State and Utah State, we move over to the Mountain West. Put in UTEP, obviously. Big 12, really no difference there. But as you can see, there are some teams leaving UCF in there. In the Big 10, we put Pitt and West Virginia. So I like Pitt in there because they can face off against Penn State. Then I got to move West Virginia over there. They get the backyard brawl. So we move them to the Big 10 with obviously a bunch of teams leaving back to the Pac-12. And then we put Notre Dame in the ACC. So those are the conference changes we have made. But the Pac-12, we're staying. I know everybody out there, the majority of the comments said stay. And we had to stay, obviously. We wanted to stay. We're going to stay in the Pac-12. And then honestly, with all the teams that we have moved over, I don't know if we're going to leave the Pac-12. Bringing back Oregon, bringing back USC and Cal and UCLA. I was thinking about Arizona and Arizona State just regaining the old Pac-12, but that's what we want to. So thank you for the comment. That was perfect. I was almost thinking the same thing, and there you go. And here is our schedule going into next season. At Ole Miss to start. Man, that's going to be rough. We take on UTEP. We had a crazy game against them last year. Then we got New Mexico, and then the Civil War in week 3 for the bye. Then Stanford. Then we got San Diego State at home, Callaway, Washington at home, BYU at home, Boise at home, revenge game at Washington State, and finish off the season at home against San Jose State. It's going to be a rough schedule. As for our board for the start of the season, just a few guys I want to show. Look at Alex Luck. Is he part of the Luck family? I don't know. I mean, he doesn't look like a white dude, but I don't know. But you know what? The last name's got me. So Alex Luck, 93 throw power, 82 speed, 83 deep accuracy, 82 deep throw on the run. We got to get Alex Luck. So I'm all in on Alex Luck. Love to bring him in. Let's try to bring in Alex Luck. And yeah, let's just send the house immediately. David Talib, he is an athlete, running back, backfield threat, 91 speed, 85 change of direction. Not bad, but he is a gem. He's a 3-star gem. So I got to get as many gems as I possibly can because, well, we only got, one last year, maybe 2. That's it. So we add David Talib. We are 9th on his board. So we are actually on his board. And the other gem I found was Alonzo Madison, the will linebacker, 83 speed, 73 zone coverage, 87 acceleration, 3-star. Doesn't need much in NIL, which is perfect. And we're rolling in NIL right now. We're rolling in it. Hours, not so much. But NIL, we are 5th to start off on his board from Livermore, California. So he's hometown guy there. We got everything. And now let's look at the depth chart going into the season here in season number 2. Honestly, we got a lot of questions. We do. So David Afalava is going to be your starting quarterback. You got Swope. Actually, let's put Waddy in there as well. We'll probably intermix a couple of those guys. Maybe JoJo Waddy, obviously with the impact dev, should probably be the backup quarterback at the moment. Maybe has a little bit more ability. But right now, Afalava is clearly your starter. As for running back, Sky Priestley is your starter. Cordy Glass is your backup. Swain right now at 3, but Costello and Burns will definitely be redshirted for sure. Receiver David Wells Jr. Man, that's a great impact guy coming over from the portal. Aaron Butler, Sinai Thomas, and looking at this, Afalava's not the greatest throwing quarterback, but we got guys. We got to get the ball in their hands. We have some talented receivers. We just have to open up a little bit. We really do. It has to be, a more dynamic pass offense for sure. Jackson Bowers, our starting tight end. Charlie Crowell will be your backup. So Timu Teo will be our starting left tackle. 80 overall. We got to definitely make sure that blind side is well protected. So he's our best offensive lineman. Skarosh is going to start at left guard. 7. We got to keep our guys over there. Definitely for sure. Will Larkins will start there. I was thinking about starting Bob Wilkins at right guard, the true freshman, but we'll see. Maybe Wilkins gets in there. And Quan Johnson's going to be our starting right tackle. Bruno Dahl at 6'7", 260, starting edge. Same thing with Mason Weaver, 6'6", 247. Some big dudes out there. I'd love to see if they get their arms up, knock the ball down. Manuel, Slocum, Bailey, Frederick Bostic. So I think our defensive tackle's looking good. Clive Pond will right now be the starting. Sam Colt Perkins the starting Mike, and Calumet the starting will linebacker. As for corner, Noble Thomas Jr., Vajrawale, Trey Glasper, Exodus Harris are your 4 right now. And then obviously maybe the best defender out there, Harlem Howard, free safety, and Kalama is going to be your starting strong safety. So all in all, defense right now ranked to 79, offense is 74. It's going to be an interesting year, number 2. In the new Pac-12, we're back and wanted to get... Everybody, thank you so much for all the comments. I really do appreciate it. I really love it. I love your suggestions. I love hearing from everybody out there. Let me know what you think, what moves we should make, maybe guys to look for positions. I love it. I mean, like I said, it's like you're my boosters out there. You're giving me the ideas. I really do appreciate everything. But it's going to be a fun season too, and I hope you can join us for it. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I do appreciate it so much. If you just hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.